Alright, so we are back with another Dokkan Battle video, and of course, the TANABATA celebration is out, which means the PORUNGA Dragon Balls are out. Now, what are we going into here? Now, let me go into here. I do have access to this website because of this link right here. For those that want to access it, this is it. Um, yeah, let's just get started. For those who are not familiar with how this usually works, every TANABATA celebration, or every thank you celebration for those who are playing exclusively global, um, there are three sets of Pokemon Dragon Balls that come out every year, and each week you're able to get all the Dragon Balls within 7 days of that week, and each Dragon Ball will be released, or each Dragon Ball will be released each day with one mission per day. These missions normally don't take that long, at least like a few minutes of your time. Is as simple as it gets. That's how long it normally takes to actually get the Dragon Ball. Some of them will take less than a minute. Some will take about a couple minutes or so. But they're all simple, straightforward. They do have a specific time of when they release, when they release a mission. So in my case, every 9 p.m. Pacific Daylight Standard Time, um, the new mission for the Dragon Ball releases. And for those who are wondering what wishes you can get, you're able to get 3 wishes per set. As you know, there's 3 sets, so you get 9 wishes total. There are specific uh, wishes that only come out per set. Let's say, for example, right? Uh, these first 2 wishes are pretty much a given already. For sets 1 and 3, you'll be able to get 1 wish strip. For global, this will be a thank you ticket. These are basically give you the ability to exchange for 1 character in the Baba shop. They're just generic SSRs. The one on the bottom is a thank you ticket. You'll be able to get this during the second set of the Dragon Ball Wishes. I would I recommend this? Just depends. I would recommend it for myself because I'm trying to go for as many characters as possible. That's just me being me. Of course, there's some really good stuff in here. Oh, actually, slots and stones. I need this. I might need this actually. Wow, what a steal. Okay. Bruh, y'all are uh okay, sure. Uh anyways, let's go over all the missions and how I would do them. Now, for those who are watching my shorts, I'll show you how to get them in less than a minute because it's that simple. For those that just want to see the full guide on how to actually get these Dragon Balls before they even come out, here it is. Let's start off with the first set of Dragon Balls. And by the way, the Dragon Ball missions will not expire until the very last day of the Tanabata celebration, even though it says they'll come out until the 17th. That's when all the missions are coming out. You'll still be able to do them even after the 17th, or after each set that comes out. So by the time I'm recording this, the third Dragon Ball should be coming out tonight. So let's get started with the first one. So step one, mission one is to just do the study hard, play hard, Turtle School's intensive training event once. Very simple stage, it's pretty easy to do. You have to go to your events tab, or your events, or the event mode right here. You're going into the training section of that mode, which will show you this. Now, I have the ability to do this twice. You only have to do this once. This is basically a stage that lets you increase your link levels of most of your characters, and that will increase your power level to a pretty big low depending on how many characters you're trying to link level. Of course, there's me who just wants to get some of the stuff done, and I have the characters ready to go, so it really doesn't matter, but you'll still have to do this anyways. It's not really that hard. It should take you about a minute or two. That's how you get the first one. The second one, uh, basically all you have to do for this one is just to exchange a wish strip. For global, this is going to be a thank you ticket. All you have to do, I need to go back in here. I'm swapping back and forth for this one. The second one, all you have to do is just go into the Baba shop and then exchange for whatever character that you want. There are a lot of good characters in here. I'll probably make a separate video on this. You just go straight forward. Vados is really good. I'm a good user. She's fantastic. Okay. Alright, that's how you get your second Dragon Ball. The third one, this is the one that's coming out tonight. I'll be doing a short on this, and yes, I'll be doing 21 shorts, hopefully, on all the Dragon Balls that will be coming out. So for this one, all I have to do is just clear any stage with at least one Realm of Gods category characters on your team. So for this one, it's just pretty straightforward, right? You have to make a team and then clear any stage with a Realm of Gods category. So let's just say, for example, right? You don't have to make this kind of team. I have a bunch of broken ass characters in here. You don't have to make it look like this. You just make it look like, you know, the most basic and most generic Realm of Gods team. And I have a lot in here. So I don't know. Let's just go. Since I'm not a whale. I just have so many good characters in here that I'm able to pull them pretty easily. Better luck than most people. But I can make a team that looks like this, and this would not be an issue. That's how easy it is. Right. I think yeah, and you can just use this kind of team. Doesn't matter as long as you have one Realm of Gods category team character on your team. Just clear any stage with them. You'll be able to do it. If you do wait for a little bit, you should be able to get multiple Dragon Balls in one go, uh, depending on the set that you're in. So that shouldn't be really hard. Next up, all you have to do is do a friend summon. This is for the fourth Dragon Ball. Let me swap. Let me swap. Let me swap. Here we go. So you go into your summon tab. There's a friend section on the there's a friend tab on the very top right of the summon screen. This is what the banner looks like. For those seeing this for the first time, they have not updated this in years. I wish they updated it for a new friend LR. I really want a new friend LR, please. There has to be some sort of content that people can grind. And it's not really that hard. It could be a single summon actually, and it wouldn't really matter as long as you do a summon on the friend summon banner. Uh, this really isn't that difficult. And I'm going to get complete trash off of this because there's nothing really in there besides maybe some Senny statues that I'm going for. If you are collecting end characters or the rarity end characters, that's mostly fine. A lot of people do collect for them too. But yeah, that's how you get the fourth Dragon Ball. Straightforward, right? Next up, we have the fifth Dragon Ball, which is all you have to do is consume 77 stamina. This might be a little time consuming depending on the stages that you're taking on. For those that have been playing the game for a while, oh yeah, by the way, you can complete any event as long as you complete multiple stages, as long as you use 77 stamina. But for those that have been playing the game for a while, like myself, this should be a no-brainer. There is one event that I highly recommend for everyone to try, and that is the B-Pan event. So if you go into here, this is the event I'm talking about. This event uses a lot of stamina. If you unlock stage 2 to get to ECA B-Pan, you can waste 100 stamina, which is so easy to do. This event usually takes about less than a minute, and you won't have any issues. Same thing with this one. You can complete up to a max of 80 stamina, and you'll be done with it. Now, because I have that 2 times availability per week, I'm able to do this twice. But because my power level is so high, I can do that. I get that ability to do so. For those that are not that high up in the power level, you probably will be able to do this once. Hopefully with both of the stages unlocked. But if not, then just complete any stage. And then consume as much stamina as possible. You'll get the fifth Dragon Ball pretty easily. Next is to level up any super attack. And right down here. This is for the sixth Dragon Ball. All you have to do for this, all you have to do is pretty straightforward, right? Just go into here. Now there's 3 sections in here. Link level increase, Dokkan Awakening, and then super attack increase. There's power up. It really doesn't matter who you go to. Let's see. I don't think it matters, right? Yeah, right here. There we go. So the way that, for those that don't know how this works, the top one here is for characters. So if you have a character that's the same type and name, and they're exactly the same, you can increase their super attack level pretty easily. For those that are farming up on the Universe 6 story event, That will be a good stage for you to actually grind up the new characters, or or the characters are already in there for the Dokkan Awakenings. You can just increase their super attack level from there. It's very easy. This does take a little bit because it just depends on where you're actually grinding or trying to increase your super attack level. Some of you guys may do it in less than 30 seconds. Some of you guys may be doing it for a little bit. It may take a little bit, but you'll still get this Dragon Ball no matter what. Once you do that, and it says this, you'll be able to get the 6 Dragon Ball. Finally, for the last one, for set 1, remember this is set 1, you just have to use a team of whatever typing. That means, let's say, that means creating a mono team. Here in the community, we call it a mono team. For those that are not familiar with that term, that's how we use it. This just basically means that just create a team with the same exact typing. So it doesn't really matter what kind of team that you create as long as they're the same. It doesn't even have to be in a very difficult stage. You just have to go into one of those very simple stages. It could be in the training section of the events mode, and then you can go ham from there. So what I mean is, let's say for example, I want to create a SDR team. All I have to do is just select all these guys in here. Boom. This is the team I'm going to be using. So easy. I can pretty much do this in less than a minute. Now, it doesn't even have to be an SDR team. It could be AGL, Tech, Physical, or Int. Doesn't really matter. As long as you make a mono team or a mono color team, that's all you have to do. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's how you get the last one. Now, in terms of the wishes, right? Because you completed the first set, you're going to be getting this as as the very first wish in your wish list, and then everything else on the bottom is there. Recommendations. I don't recommend going for this if you're a whale or something like that. I recommend going for these guys, probably these, especially for box space. If you're running out of box space, I recommend getting this. This is so nice. I can't believe they added in. I can't believe they added this. So nice. Oh yeah, by the way, for those who are wondering where I'm getting these, how I'm finding these missions, just use this link if you can read it. dokkaninfo.com/porunga. You'll be able to find these things. Big shout out to Asuna though. The man, the myth, the legend. Uh, anyways, let's go on to the second set, which is starting from the 4th of July, aka American Independence Day, until the 10th. Should be fairly simple though. So, let's see. First one is Z Awaken a Character. For those who are not familiar with Z Awakening a Character, it is, it is very simple. All you have to do, go into here, go into the Awakening tab right in the middle of the power up. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you do it to. Oh yeah, by the way, the character has to uh be able to see awaken to the next rarity and be at max level of that lower rarity. So let's say for example, right, you have I guess Hercule. In order for him to actually see awaken, he has to be at max level of his lower rarity, which is SSR to UR. That's how it goes. And for vice versa, right? N goes to R goes to SR goes to SSR, and then SSR goes to UR, and then UR goes to TUR, and TUR goes to LR. But those technically count as Dokkan Awakenings starting from UR. Here you're just awakening to a higher rarity beyond SSR. Just do that. For those who are not familiar, anything that's flashing in blue means you can Dokkan Awaken him, or you can Z Awaken him, technically. I wish they had different indicators for Z Awakening, but this is how you would normally do it. Once you do that, you'll see the amount of metals that you need to awaken them, and then you press the Z Awaken button right down below, at the bottom right, and then boom, you Z Awakened, and you'll be able to get your first Dragon Ball in set 2. Second one is oh, sorry. Next one is click on the secret banner image at the end of the bottom images at the home screen. What the hell does this mean? They've done this before, and for those who are seeing this for the first time, this is how you normally see them. So you go back into your home screen, click on your Z, and just swipe all the way to the very end until you see that very cryptic banner. Normally it would be something that looks completely different out of all the banners right down below. To see where I'm tapping at, that's where you're going to be finding that special banner. Just click on it and you get Dragon Ball number 2 of the second set. Third Dragon Ball is to Dokkan Awaken any character. Now, for those who are not familiar with Dokkan Awakening a character, Dokkan Awakening a character is actually not too difficult. You just need to find out who's actually able to Dokkan Awaken. Normally for Dokkan Awakenings, they are fairly, fairly easy to do. Okay, we have one right here for no, never mind. Actually, it's not. It's nope, no, no. Who's available? God damn. No, no. You? Okay, perfect. So let's say, for example, right? I have TN. You can Dokkan Awaken any character as long as you're able to go from UR to exclusive another UR, which we call a TUR. So there's a Dokkan Awakening button right down. Oh, sorry, actually. I forgot to swap over here. Yeah, so like I said, some indicators will take whether or not a character can EZA or Dokkan Awaken. In this case, I'm able to Dokkan Awaken Tien. Now, in order to Dokkan Awaken, the character must be a UR that can transcend or Dokkan Awaken or evolve into a what we call another what is in here a UR or what we call in the Dokkan community a TUR. If you satisfy the conditions of how many medals you need, which you can farm depending on whatever event that you're dealing with, or whatever event that you're farming, you can still kind of awaken. There's going to be a big Dokkan button right down below on the bottom right. Once you do that, you see that you Dokkan awaken the character, and then you'll get your next Dragon Ball. I forgot to switch screens, so that's my fault. Fourth one is to complete any stage or clear any stage once with a rainbow team, once of each type. What the hell does that mean? That means you create is what we call a rainbow team. One character of each type of all 6 characters of all 5 types in there. The reason why there's 6 slots is because you can have 2 of the same type as long as the other 5 are different. As long as the other 5 are different. So let's say for example, right, you're creating a superhero category team. Superhero. So here's my team. 1. I can do Realm of Gods in here, right? Yeah, I can do Realm of Gods. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's basically that. I can double it up with any other typing as long as I have all 5 types in one team. There are particularly no issues. I can still complete any stage with just this kind of team. Right? Very simple, very easy, nothing to worry about. This is for the 4th Dragon Ball, right down here. The 5th one is to collect 7 Rainbow Key Spheres and clear a stage. Now, this might be a bit difficult because I can't really show this because it's purely luck-based gameplay. So keep in mind when you're clearing an event and doing this, you do need to complete a stage but still collect 7 key spheres. I recommend having orb changers on your team that are able to go into rainbow key spheres, or that can change to rainbow key spheres, not from but to. What I mean is it could be any character that can change from one key sphere, so like physical key spheres to rainbow key spheres. That's all simple enough. There are a good amount of characters in here. I highly recommend doing a little bit of research before actually doing this, so that you know exactly how to actually do this very easily. But you can still do it even if it's a very hard stage. Well, I won't be showing gameplay of this one because it's kind of hard. I'll still be able to do this within 1 minute if I can try. Next up for the 6th Dragon Ball of the second set is to use a training location once. For those who are not familiar, training locations are used to actually boost up the amount of experience that you'll need to max out or max level your character. So we go into here, let's say for example, right, we're going to use pan. Actually, let's do it this way. There we go. The bottom screen here, the bottom part right here is going to be your training location for those who are not familiar with the training or with this UI for the training section or the Power up section. These are all the training locations that you'll be able to use throughout the entire game. Just depends on what character that you're trying to boost up, right? So say for example, I use the gravity chamber. This will increase my character's XP by 1.5 or 2 times actually. My God, it's the other one. This one's 2 times. And it can be any character, it doesn't really matter. But it doesn't have to be on any character as long as like or it does have to be any character as long as you're increasing their level with a training location. And then boom. Once you do that, you get your 6 Dragon Ball. Next, here's another one of these gimmicks. Tap the scouter on the top right corner of your summon screen. Oh, easy. Join here. And now, for those that are not familiar with the summon screen still, there's this scouter on the top right here. This will show you the featured characters that are on a banner. Let's say the most recent banner that we have out right now is the brand new tech Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. That's why I like to call him the Transforming UI Goku. Just click on this one, and then boom. Normally by that point, Dragon Ball will appear. This is gonna basically show all the featured characters. You can see through them all. You can get their details. You see how their info after they Dokkan awaken to their max. This is not a hard one to do, honestly. It's just very gimmicky. They always do this every year. It's cool. But that's how you get all your 7 Dragon Balls for the second set. For those who are not familiar with the steps are, what the wishes are still for the second set, the very first wish of the second set will consist of having this be in there. Once you use your second set of wishes, this will be gone. So if you choose this one, that will be your best time to choose it. And then everything else on the bottom will remain the same. Alright, set number 3. Dragon Ball number 1. The first mission for it is to purchase goods at the Baba shop with trade points. Now, for those who are not familiar with the Baba shop, there are multiple currencies, which is a hard and pain in the ass to deal with. However, there are multiple sections of the Baba shop. In the very first section on the very far left is the Baba points section. You can buy anything here with Baba points. You're able to trade them in with characters, training items, and whatnot. It'll be shown right down here what kind of things you can trade for Baba points. And these are all the things you can trade for. Now, you can buy anything in here. It's not really that hard. I want to buy this one. Let's say, for example, right? When you buy it, you'll be able to see the first Dragon Ball of the third set. Easy. Second one is to level up any link skill one time. Now, there are multiple ways of doing this. One way is to clear any stage with multiple characters, and then you'll be able to link level any character from there. As long as you get one link skill, as long as you level up one link skill, you'll get Dragon Ball number 2. However, there are crazy people like myself that love to use this material. Now, it is available for all players. This is that it's a very scarce item for a couple of reasons. One, for those that want to link level their characters up to 10, there is a certain material that is not very easy to come by, and I very rarely ever see this one unless they give it to us for free. And the way that you do that is go into the power up section, the power up section on your character menu, and you go into the very far right or the third tab on the far right. This is where you will be able to link level your characters. Uh, very easily guaranteed. All you have to do for this is go in here and then just select whichever one you want. Let's say, for example, this one, which I will not do actually. I want to do this one. Click level up, and there you go. You can do this in like less than a minute. The reason why I won't do it through a gameplay way, they're going into a stage and clearing it, is because that takes a while, and some of us are going to be very lazy, so they're just going to do this instead. Alright, that is number 2. Number 3 is to use a support memory once. Very simple, very easy. You just have to go into any event, and I'll show you that right now. Now, I'm not going to do the actual gameplay for this, just because of how simple it should be. Now, it can be any stage, doesn't matter if it's here, here. Can you do it here? No, I don't think you can do it in here. Let me double check. Okay, you can't do it in here, but you can't do it in here. You can do it in story mode, quest mode, whatnot, Dragon Ball stories. I don't think I've done some of the new ones yet, haven't I? No, I have not. Okay, good. But I'll show you that it's fairly simple. As long as you have access to this, which I think in order to get the support memory available, you need to be at least rank 150, I think. And then you should be able to get them. Correct me if I'm wrong. But as long as you have access to this, you can just select any one that you want, beat the event, and then boom. Or I don't think you have to beat the event, but as long as you use the support memory, you should be able to get the Dragon Ball. And that's how you get the third one. The fourth one is clear any stage with at least one ally of justice character on your team. You savages. Okay. Okay. This, if I remember correctly, I forget which one in Japanese looks like the ally of justice category, but if I recall, I think it's this one. Okay, yeah. This is the ally of justice category. As long as you use any of these characters in here, I know people have all, if not more, of these guys. You can just select any one of them, put them on your team, and then just beat any stage with any Ally of Justice characters. That includes the Dragon Ball Heroes characters, by the way, as you've noticed. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, you got the Super Saiyan 3 Xenoverse characters, and all that stuff. Even the Supreme Kai of Time. As long as you use any of them, you'll get the fourth Dragon Ball. So, let me show you actually, because I didn't show you right here. Boom, this is the Ally of Justice category, right here. As long as you use any of those, you're fine. Next one is clear any stage without receiving any damage. The only stage I can recall that you cannot take any damage at all is the B-Pan event. Because what that event does is essentially use three moves, she flies away, and you clear the stage. Easy. So I highly recommend doing this. You can do this event if you wanted to. Just make sure that the enemy does not attack you before slot 1. Because that sucks. Maybe after slot 1, but not before. That'll suck. Next is to clear any stage once with an extreme rainbow team. What does that mean? Oh, it's so scary. I'm kidding. What does that mean? It means you just have to create an extreme class team. So for those that don't know, uh, let me see. It's been okay here down here. Uh, this icon means extreme in Japanese. This one means super in Japanese, or villains. Is what I should be saying. Just clear any stage with a rainbow villains team. So it could be something as simple as it's been a while. We'll use the monster because he's an all types extreme class lead. So you could just do that. Get him, you, you, and then int, get you, and then physical, you. Done. That's your extreme class team that you can potentially run. It could be something way different than this. As long as it's a rainbow team with one of each typing, AGL, tag, int, str, and physical, you should be fine. And then you'll get your 6 Dragon Ball from there. And then, oh my god, you son of a guns. What I've been trying to do for every shorts, this is the one I will obviously do. Clear any stage in under a minute. If you're fast enough to tap, I think you can also take off auto. I think you also take off skipping the animations of a bunch of stuff. You can clear any stage under a minute. As long as you set your settings correctly and all that, you can pretty much clear any stage in less than a minute. I think the stage I recommend will probably be either the B-Pan event, which you can do under a minute as long as you don't do any super attacks. Or maybe the Masaroshi event, you can get that under a minute. Just don't use any support memories because that takes up more time. Don't do super attacks, that takes up more time. And just make sure that you beat the stage. That's it. Uh, and with that, that's your third set. You'll be going back up to your wish strips, which I don't recommend getting, like I said. You just get everything else on the bottom. But that's just people's preferences. Like I said, just get this will give you at least all your 9 wishes that you want. What I recommend out of the wishes is, like I said, box space is very prevalent. I really recommend box spaces unless you're not going for it. You can go for meat, keys, uh, maybe this, I don't know, or anything else. As long as you get what you want. I have no problem with it. But that is pretty much it. Those are all the Dragon Balls. Let me know which one you guys are struggling on. I'll probably answer some questions in the comment section. So, because I know people are gonna struggle on this. Let me know what you guys think of this guide. As always, I will see you all in the next one.